This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, perfect. So, Kalimera, good morning, everybody. We are here from Arcserve. We would like to talk to you about our appliance solution and our alliance with Sophos today. I'm Alice Padavani, pre-sales engineer here in Arcserve. So, whatever technical, I would do the technical part, and whatever technical question you have, don't hesitate to contact me or to write me or just put your question in the chat, and that's all. And we have also Jen with us.
Hello, good morning, everybody. I am sales and in Arcserve. I handle a few sales from Iberia, Middle East, and East Europe. And I'll be here to explain today a little bit about the commercial side of these appliances and how can we help during this period of COVID and support our partners and customers with some of things that we came up with for this period. So I'll explain you at the end. Basically.
Perfect. So the agenda of today, so more or less the webinar will be 45 minutes. We will talk about who we are, as I think this is the first time probably that you are hearing about Arcserve. I hope not, but at least this is our first webinar jointly. And we are very excited about that. So then we will talk about everything related to ransomware and all the modern challenges that we are facing above all during this period, and of course what are the solutions that we have and we can propose to you with our appliance, with the most powerful series that we have until now, the 9000 series model, secured by Sophos. This is the most important part as well. And the use cases that we can see later at the end of the presentation. So I think that we can start with Jenny.
Yep. Basically, I don't know if you know a little bit about Sophos or if you've worked before with us, but just to give you a little intro about who we are, where we come from, and what we have done during 37 years we have been in the market. So basically, Arcserve was founded in 1983. That means that we have been in the industry, in the data protection industry, for 37 years. That what does it mean? That means that it makes us the most experienced supplier in the world. Basically, our first backup solution, which is what is called like now Arcserve Backup, was created in 1988. And since then, we've been evolving and investing in the development of new solutions, of course, adapting always to the new challenges of each era. The result of this development has culminated in the creation of our star solution, which is called UDP, and which we will explain a little bit later. But this is a solution that we find almost in all our portfolio of products, and we call it the solution all-in-one. And this is because it guarantees business continuity all in the 3 IT platforms. This is tape, disk, and cloud. With the UDP, we are able to provide a maximum flexibility, simplicity, and speed of recovery with almost immediate restart. So we currently have over 45,000 customers using our products in the world and in over 150 countries worldwide. So it's a quite big number. And we have over 7,500 partners who help us to deliver our solutions. So as you can see, with the collaboration with the Sophos and Channeled, we are here today, and we're gonna go through the solutions that we have right now. So if next slide, it would be like obviously. We know that in the market we find different solutions for different situations. There are every backup solution has a balance between the RTO and the RPO and the cost value. So basically, we know that the fastest the solution is to recover the data, the highest the value is. So as you can see here in this little chart, we can see the file-based backup. This solution is a basic solution. Obviously, it's going to be a less cost solution as we understand that the data is less valued. And the recovery times are going to be from days up to hours. Or, obviously, as I said, this is just recovering like not very important data, and that's why it takes so long. So then we move forward, and we have the disk imaging for DR. So with this solution, what we are able to do is like recover or do backups from each 15 minutes up to 24 hours. This solution is just not to do your backup and your protection of your data, but it's also to create a strategy for a disaster recovery overall. Then we find the cloud and the backups DR solutions. And this is a solution that we know to comply with the rule of 3-2-1 of the backup. So it's a good practice to use that one. Usually you have like 2 copies. It's recommended to have 2 copies on premise in different supports and 1 copy outside premise, and that would be a copy on the cloud. So this is the cloud solution that we also have available, where we have in our portfolio. And then going forward, we've got the continuous replication with automated failure. What is that one? This one is just a solution we have for critical data. Of course, we have solutions to protect your business continuity, which is this one. Many companies cannot afford to lose not even 1 minute of activity. Imagine like an airport that fails 1 minute of movement there. It could be a chaos. So this is not a solution for backup, but it's a solution for a business continuity. And that protects your company from 0 downtime failure, basically, or 0 loss of information. And finally, we've got the email archiving, which is not kind of a backup solution, but it's an email archiving solution. And this is to comply with the regulation that they are right now in the market for the GDPR. So this is our next solution we have. So in the next page, we will see, we see the solutions that we have for each of these situations, right? Each company's got a different need, and then we have the solution for each of them. Basically, starting from the Arcserve backup solution, with that one solution, I told you that it was created in 1983. That was our first solution. And this is a traditional software, backup solution to do copies on tape, which is the oldest one. Then we have the Arcserve UDP, which is the one that we said that to create plans of recovery, disaster recovery, and together with our appliances, which we will explain today, together with the UDP, because these 2 are together. Then, as I mentioned before, a 3rd copy on the outside, that we have our solution for the cloud hybrid and the cloud direct. And also we have a cloud copies, a solution just to copy all your Office 365 data, especially for that, only for that. So also, again, we have this solution for you. And for the RHA, or business continuity, we've got 2 solutions, which is the Arcserve continuity availability, and finally the Arcserve light migration. If you want to migrate from one side to other, we can use that one, and it's also a good solution not to lose any information. And finally, we have our Arcserve UDP archiving solution, which is the one to comply with the GDPR and archiving, email archiving. And then I leave Alice now to keep going with the explanation of what we have.
Yes, so thank you, Jenny, for this introduction about who we are and our product portfolio. Now we are going a little bit deeper into the technical feature that we have and that every product had, in particular about disaster recovery and backup. That is our main focus, without of course, need to have the put attention also on what is replication, high availability, and what is the unified management and the email archiving. As you can see, we have like a sort of pyramid, and under that pyramid, everything is on the top with the unified management. This is very important for us. We have a unique console that can manage pretty all of our product. And with the UDP console, it's a separate component that you can install wherever you want on premise, and you can manage everything from this. It is very simple to use and create very simple flows so that you have like protecting workloads for your server that is not just protecting the data but also creating a true disaster and recovery strategy, to have the ability, for example, to have a virtual machine from a recovery point, to spin up system in the cloud. And then through that same console, you can also manage our continuous availability product for the replication and the high availability. So going deeper into the technical details about the disaster recovery and backup, what we can say is that our product is for every size data center, because we can target small one, but we can also be installed in very big data center, and we can manage petabyte of data. That's not something that scares us, because we have a centralized storage with a very high and proven deduplication. This is one of our strengths, the big deduplication that is included in the product, and this deduplication is performed at source and globally. This means that actually you are only transferring the data that have changed one after the other backup. That is, we have the infinite incremental backup, and in the storage in the data store, where is the repository of your recovery points, everything is stored, just the block is just stored once, meaning that we have an average 70% of overall reduction in our solution. It is everything is integrated. And this is good not just for one location, but also for multiple locations, because we have a main data center when you can replicate. And again, this is included and it is part of the strategy. And we have to bear in mind that we have always to try to apply as the 3-2-1 backup rule, so that a replication and whatever is integrated in our plan inside the UDP to replicate from one side to another side the same blocks, to be sure that we have coping the recovery point. And this is something that is already available, included, and that you can configure in your plan of protecting your data. With a deduplication and the one optimization, you can think about multiple sites, but you can think also to go to the cloud, for example, and to have your implemented DR strategy in the cloud. We can help you with it. We are protecting every kind of system. They can be physical or virtual. They can be Windows and Linux, and as well, we can protect whatever you have in the cloud, as the workloads that you may have right now in the cloud, as well everything that you have on premises. And about the virtualization part, we can protect directly from the hypervisor, meaning that we have a very strong solution with a deep integration into the hypervisor like VMware, Hyper-V, and Nutanix. This means that you don't need to install anything on any kind of VM. Everything is just based on the, let's say, communication between our RPS, that is the recovery point server that is coming with the UDP solution, and the hypervisor. So everything is very smooth and easy. We have an integrated part also for the cloud. This means that we can protect whatever you have in the Amazon Azure, for example, cloud instances, but it is also something that can help you to migrate to the cloud. It is fully integrated, you create just you set your account and users into the console, and then the UDP is taking care to connect into it to create a second copy of your recovery point and to create a DR site in the cloud, for example, because we are fully integrated. About the cloud, it is very important to always mention the Office 365. Because Office 365 is not assuring you protection of your data. This is the shared responsibility that you have with Microsoft. Microsoft is mainly assuring you the service, of course, but not what you have inside the data are still part of your responsibility. It's true, you have the bin for maybe 30 to 90 days, but it is a bin. If there's any human error about deleting or whatever can happen for a malicious or not, or just human error in the cloud for the Office 365, you are not protected. Our solution integrates this part as well, and you can protect Office 365 for Exchange Online, SharePoint, and OneDrive on-prem, in the appliance, and of course, cloud to cloud. Replication high availability is something that is important whenever we are talking about the continuous availability, the business continuity. Is something that you don't want to lose a bit of your data, and you want to replicate your information from site A to site B, for example. And this is very important also for the automated failover to have the high availability. And with our system, with our tools, you can have a file replication that is just replicating files, but you can also have application and system synchronization, meaning to have a full system high availability, to have the ability to switch over automatically in a manner totally transparent for your user, because our application is just taking care of everything, meaning even the DNS redirection, we take care of that, so that for a user perspective, everything is still working as usual, but the server has changed in the backend because there was a problem on the production server and was a failover to the replication server. Everything under this unified management. A bit aside, we have this email archiving. As Jenny explained in the chart before, it is mainly for compliances. So it is only to have a solution for your email, for your archiving, for your email archive. That means that you can archive your emails from an on-prem Exchange or Notes or whatever other server, or the online one like the Office 365 and the Gmail messaging system. Now that we have seen a little bit of our technologies, we can go further and talk about the ransomware challenges, because today the ransomware has a big impact on the IT transformation. So I hope you never seen this screen, but it is the WannaCry screen, and it is something that is coming a lot, above all during this period. How does ransomware work? And what is a ransomware? I think that everybody of us working in the IT is aware of the risk and how those are coming. So the main issue is how users are perceiving and in which manner users can be affected by it, because user may receive malicious data through several sources like emails, website. Nowadays, even the app, the mobile apps, can download something that is a fake one, and they can be even stay quiet for a long time before attacking. So the ransomware can attack in every moment, not even just after when you click on a malicious banner, for example, but can say in your system for days or for months, and then can just encrypt your data or provide some problems to your system and so on. And the ransomware can attack specific files or the entire system, even with the master boot record, for example, so that this is blocking totally the system to boot up. It can be also used and for the network, and can be really important to detect in a manner that you can just prevent this kind of attack. So the main point is not if, but when, unfortunately. Every day we see more and more companies being affected by ransomware. So this is why we have put a strong accent and a big development to prevent this kind of things. So what is, if the ransomware is not going away, and is it something that we need to worry about? Yes. And how companies who are paying ransom can be part and be proactively part of this growth on ransomware. So we have this chart that is pretty interesting. We got this report, and we think that it is important to share with our customers and to be aware that many over the years, over those few years, starting from 2019 to 2020, so the percentage of the organization who recovered the data after a ransomware attack has increased. And this because they paid ransomware they paid ransoms to recover their data. Not sure if it is really true that paying the ransomware is growing the ransomware organization in part, but it's true that if you see this chart, there's a lot more. I mean, in 2020, we can see that the 62% of the organization are affected by ransomware, and this is more of the half of the organization. So how the ransomware has the impact on the IT and the business? We see that the 34% of businesses hit with malware took a week or more to regain access again to their data. The 50% of our survey, that it was about like 600 cybersecurity professional, do not believe the organization is prepared to repel a ransomware attack. This is huge because you need to be prepared for that. And this is a very big percentage, 8%, things that they can beat it any day of this year. And we have also from our alliance from Sophos, this is a big number. Guess what? This is the cost, the average cost of a ransomware attack on businesses. $133,000. And the IT transformation complicates a lot because you have implemented frontline security measure for servers, and you need to implement a lot of things, and we can see everything in details, because you do not have just to think about the first line of defense. you have also to think about the last line of defense. The first line is for sure the protection with anti-malware, antivirus, and so on. And the last line is us with our data protection and recovery. But for every IT component in your environment, that it can be IoT with NAS and SAN and whatever is cloud, whatever is physical, you need to think about a dozen of tools and you can miss something. Something that we would like to highlight because, well, today is really about Arcserve and Sophos and how we can protect you from all these ransomware part. And we want that our customer are aware of what is out there in terms of ransomware and how we can help to protect you against everything. For example, have you ever heard about Kryptonite, Recoil, Ghostly Locker? Those are pretty new. Those are ransomware as a service. This is something that is supposedly fully undetectable, but traditional antivirus solution have a unique encryption keys every time they are launched, so anyone can send them, and they do not require any coding skills because they are offered as a service, exactly as you're um, applying for a backup as a service from now, then you can also buy some ransomware as a service. So I think it is a very good way in this slide to recap a little bit about protecting yourself against all those traits. How many things you have to consider? You have to consider, of course, your environment, how many server, the endpoints, the storage, if you have cloud, and you need to consider the security. So for each of that piece of your environment, you need to protect your servers, to have a firewall, to have an antivirus, the anti-malware, to set up a first line of defense. And then we talked about the last line of defense, it is the data recovery. And you need to think about which backup can protect best your server. Maybe there's another backup solution, or you have multiple backup solution because you are protecting application, you are protecting on-prem physical server, you are protecting virtual and hypervisor in another manner, the storage, the cloud part, everything to be protected. And it is very hard to have a do-it-yourself solution that is covering properly everything from the first line to the last line of defense. And this is why we come with our appliance. It is one platform. It is only one solution. It is the Arcserve Appliance secured by Sophos. It is like a dream for the IT admin because it's a real ransom-free technology where you can protect. It includes a multi-year protection, and it is combining the market leader security and a proven disaster and recovery and reliable backup. So with Arcserve and Sophos, you can be sure because together we are combining over 70 years of experience, each of one having more than 30 years in our proper industry. Sophos against the ransomware, against the virus, Arcserve for protection, for data protection, and for disaster and recovery. With Arcserve and Sophos, you can protect whatever is your environment. whatever OS you are using. If it's physical, the server is physical, it is virtual, it is on-prem, or it is in the cloud. And then from the Arcserve solution, you can have everything installed in one appliance that is including the everything for the license, for the software part, and of course the hardware that you will receive our appliance with everything already pre-installed and already available, the Arcserve UDP and the Sophos part. And then from this, you can also have a second replica to our cloud, for example, if you want to take advantage of our cloud hybrid solution, or you can have a second remote site where you can replicate, everything is included, or even you can use your private or public cloud. And this is really freeing up your time, because you can install your appliance in 15 minutes and you're protecting the entire environment. We will see the details later in other slides. Now, what I would like to highlight is that we have a robust solution, not only to protect your data and to have a secure solution, it is really against everything, even the ransomware as a service, thanks to our alliance that we have, everything integrated, Arcserve plus Sophos, to protect every critical data, to detect even the ransomware. And if ransomware start encrypting your data inside the RPS, your appliance, the Sophos part can detect it and can stop it. So whenever you think about ransomware and how smart are they during this time, the evolution they have, and that they can target even the data store of your backups, so you are fully protected with the Sophos and Arcserve in all in one solution. Now we can go deep into our product overview. This is our 9000 series appliance, the most powerful appliance that we have, and a real ransomware-free IT. It has included a first line of defense, that is the Sophos Intercept X Advanced for Server, that have the capabilities to stop even the advanced ransomware, and have a proven protection with the CryptoGuard. If you're a user of Sophos, you know it. Otherwise, we can assure that Sophos, and this is why we had an alliance with them, because they are the best in the market, because they combine different techniques, not only the normal one to detect the virus, but also the deep learning, having the learning technology integrated in the Sophos is a peace of mind, because this means that they can even detect signature less virus and threats. And this is what you can use a first line of defense to protect your system, your appliance, your storage, your recovery points. And then how to protect your data. Your data are protected by us, by the Arcserve UDP part at the core, the RPS, with the possibility to have a big deduplication already included in the software, so that you can manage a petabyte of data, and then you have just terabyte of storage to use. And this is like you have gigabytes of data store, and you are protecting terabytes of your servers. And our appliances are not just a point to store your backups, are a real DR site, because in our appliance we are integrated Hyper-V so that you can then use that Hyper-V in our appliances to spin up system. We have a technology that is amazing. It is called virtual standby. Everything is included in the UDP so that then you can configure a plan, and for all your critical servers you can configure, of course, a backup, and then you can configure the virtual standby. The virtual standby is the ability to have a second copy of your server ready in a disk that is in standby and ready to click on the power on just to have your server up and running in whatever hypervisor you want. We are totally agnostic about the source. We can mount and have and virtualize a system in Hyper-V, in VMware, in Nutanix. And this is a real peace of mind because with one appliance, one solution, all in one, you have the first line of defense because you are defending with Sophos or your recovery points and or your virtual machine for your disaster and recovery. You are integrated our vector duplication to have a lot of gain in terms of storage to protect more servers and need less space. And then you have also the disaster and recovery part, creating a virtual machine from physical or from virtual, whatever virtual environment you have. And this is just in 15 minutes to install, and an on-site support that can be, depending on where you are, can be in 4 hours or the next business day. This is just to recap our appliances, all the models that we currently have. We are very flexible. So those are the standard ones, and as you can see, we have two typology of models. The first one is for the backup, and we have the other one is more for disaster and recovery and backup. The difference is about the usable capacity. So how many terabytes disk storage are they coming included in the appliance? Of course, we are flexible. So if you need more storage, but not too much, and you don't want to change from one appliance to the other, we have some kind of expansion kit. Just contact us and we will see the project together. The form factor is also important, as you see, because the backup appliances are just a smaller one with a single CPU and only 48 gigabytes of RAM, while the DR appliances have much more RAM, and we are going up to the very big one, 9504 DRs model that have up to 384 gigabyte of RAM. And this is something that you can really think about this unique hardware, and with the everything included, the Sophos, the hypervisor, the UDP, the console, everything is included in this appliance to let you create your DR site so that you can use our appliance to be sure to have a site where you can have and spin up your system in case of disaster on your production servers. Now this is a bit how it is working about the maintenance and the support. You have two types of maintenance for the hardware part. One is the gold and the other is the platinum, and the difference is between the next business day or the 4 hours. So it is really depending where you are, because the 4 hours depends also where the location of the appliance installation. And in any case, for every problem that you may encounter about the software part, you have our great support. It is 24/7, of course. use cases about it. It is our all-in-one purpose built solution. So what is important to keep in mind is that actually our solution has it all. So and even if we did not mention it, but for the rule of the 3-2-1, whenever you think about the one, so we are always talking about this rule that is the free copies of your data, and then you have the two support, and one of it has to be offline. And with our appliance, we can also have the possibility to have an export to tape. It's something that nowadays it's true. Many companies are coming to us and asking about the cloud solution because whenever you think about something and during this period you think something that you don't need to manipulate physically, so you think about the cloud solution, and we have it. But we are coming from the arcs of backup, as Jenny explained you in the very first slides, and we have still the arcs of backup included in our appliances so that you can use it to make the export to tape. We have connectors that you can so that you can have your LTO library connected to our appliance so that you can have your export to tape and have your one copy offloaded. Another use case, just to visualize a little bit what are the potentiality and only feature that you can use. So you can protect whatever physical or virtual server into the appliance. You can protect even the Office 365. And then we have this built-in technology where you are replicating, and you can replicate between sites, or you can even replicate to the cloud. And you can use our cloud hybrid solution or the Amazon or the Azure solution. And everything inside the appliance is protected by the Sophos Interceptix. And also in our cloud hybrid, you have the full protection of your recovery point done by Sophos Interceptix. And this is very important because everything that you have within Arcserve can be an appliance, can be your extension to the cloud, and your gateway to the cloud can be your appliance, so that is protected from everything because it's against everything, every ransomware attack, or you are sure that you can recover your data that you are protecting. Virtual machines that are running, as I said, in the appliance are also protected by Sophos, and this is very important so that you can use your appliance as a true site of disaster and recovery. Office 365 protection. This is something that is inside and is unlimited user for the full data protection of your Office 365 users. Everything is included in the licensing of our appliance. And this is also something that our customer says there's a part of it that they would like just to have everything in the cloud, but a part of other customer that we have, they are asking to have the ability to have their hands, let's say that on their data, even for the Office 365, because it's true that migrating to the cloud is to not have anything on-prem, because you want to move everything into the cloud. You not have to manage physically again on-prem your data. But some of our customer, it is much easier to use the Office 365 because of the easy of use and how Microsoft has built the solution greatly. But then you would like to keep your data safe on your premises because those are still your data, even if it's in the cloud. And the agnostic protection. So our appliance, as I said multiple times during this webinar, can protect whatever you want, every type of environment. We are coming from tape, we have evolution to disk, we are going to the cloud. We can protect everything. We can replicate, we can export to tape, go into the cloud, and above all, is totally agnostic, because our appliance is creating backup protection. You are creating a plan to protect data. You are not protecting that system is a physical one, or that system is a virtual machine inside VMware. You are protecting your data, what you have, and the system itself. And we can recreate and build a virtual machine from a recovery point. This is something that you have integrated in the appliance. It is integrated in UDP and is amazing. And your savings really hours, because whenever you have a problem on your production server, you can use our technology to just spin up and click on a button, power on, and you can continue to work. And then you can recover data again on another part. You can migrate and so on. And this is something really developed, and the architecture of it is to be easy to use and to protect everything against loss of data, to be able to restore, and with the Sophos integration as well, against every kind of ransomware. They can be very advanced ransomware, like the ransomware as a service that we see today, as the normal virus one. So this is a bit about more resources. If you want to have some lecture about what are the our capabilities of securing the virtual machine that we have inside the appliances secured by Sophos, and how you can, if you're ready to protect, and you can be able to securely protect everything in your organization. Now, I think that Jenny, maybe you can continue with our cybersecurity awards.
Yes. So from now, I'm going to be explaining a little bit what is the situation right now with Arcserve, our alliance, how we position ourselves in the market, a little bit of news related to us and our alliance. And also, I'm going to be explaining a little bit about what we've done to contribute to help a little bit to our partners and customers and everybody who is interested in a solution, in a backup solution. So starting by our Arcserve Appliance award that we have obtained very, very recent by cybersecurity. Basically, this award is kind of a real, like a very, we are very proud of that one. Basically, we are a backup solution, correct? And we have won this award that was to be for somebody, for a vendor that was selling security systems, and we are doing backup solutions. But because of this alliance we have got with Sophos, we have been nominated as a silver security solution for the best ransomware protection, and we've been nominated for the Cybersecurity magazine this year. So we are very honored to have obtained this award, and obviously, you know, this proof all what Liche has been explaining, that we have the best solution right now in the market, and this is due to Sophos. Obviously, you know, if you want to know a little bit more about our awards, because right now we have a lot of press going on. So if you want to know a little bit more about us, just need to visit the arcserve.com, and then you will find there different, well, everything you can imagine, like from our partners, insights, and everything. So what we've done to mitigate this period of COVID and to protect our clients and give a little bit more of service. So basically, we know that this period has been hard. We have a lot of people working from home, and these have make the IT managers to rethink about new strategies and to protect these endpoints that right now they're like little data centers that are unprotected. So what we've done is we are giving our Arcserve UDP-Free endpoint protections. So basically, yeah, you just need to go to our website, link there, and then click in the download, and you're gonna obtain a free version of our basic version of our solution and protection for laptops. This is for free, and it's a perpetual license. Obviously, if you want to have a maintenance and support, you have to pay. We're going to give it for free during 1 month. And if you want to extend this this period, just let me know, and I will extend it for you up to 3 months. After that, you're going to still have your solution to protect your endpoint, and it's always going to be on your kind of external disks or on-premise. So we'll give you some details after the webinar for you to go and download these solutions. Obviously, as you all know, with all this situation and not being able to move to site, and many managers are thinking about how to do the backups. If there is something happening, and if something happens on premise, how are you going to check your servers? So right now we are still a little bit at the end of the COVID, but still like the situation is happening in many countries in the world. And what we have received is an increase of requests for cloud solutions. As Alice explained before, we've got the cloud hybrid, where you can protect everything in our cloud. And also we have our cloud direct. For the cloud direct solution, we are giving 4 months for free for you to protect your data on the cloud, and with a capacity of 5 terabyte storage. So again, this is something that we are giving to our customers, and whoever wants to download the solution, he can do it. And again, we will send some links for you to try if you want, and for you to explore a little bit more about our solutions. So obviously, we also have a massive promotion right now going on with Sophos, anti-ransomware, and our appliances, because this is a period where we have experienced more ransomware attacks in the past year. And obviously, a lot of companies are concerned. We have done a bit of thinking, and we thought that this promotion could help a lot of companies. Right now, we are giving our appliance for free. Yeah, so it's completely zero price. Obviously, we need to have 3 ticks in order to obtain the appliance, and one of them is to have the 3 years of maintenance minimum. That this has to be platinum. What does it mean, platinum? That it was, if you recall before when Alice explained, it was like 4 hours on the same day assistance. If you have somebody with a problem, or somebody you've got an incident, that would be like 4 hours on site. Obviously, we need to check that this is possible, due to the depending on the country, depending on the location. But this is the platinum maintenance. It has to also have the business continuity, which this is a really amazing tool for companies who can afford zero downtime. So again, it's 3 years maintenance, and finally you have to have the upgrade of the UDP Premium, also with 3-year maintenance. And the small appliances that Alice explained before, these little ones, they don't need to have the platinum. They have to have the platinum, but the big ones no, because they already have included the platinum, the UDP Premium on them. So they are appliances, they've got the UDP Premium. The little ones, no, you have to do the upgrade. So these are the conditions in order to get an appliance, which will be maybe a 40% less than the regular price. It's a really good deal. And then to end up, just say thank you. We are arriving at the end of our presentation. Of course, if you have any questions right now, please feel free to write them down on our chat. We're going to be able to reply to all to them soon after we finish, or if we can reply now, we will answer the questions. But please, if you have any questions, technical questions, commercial questions, feel free to send us an email. Just type your message on the chat, and then we will give you some time, and we will reply your answers. So thank you so much, Alice and Andrea, also for organizing everything. And Alice is our superhero in the in the subjects.
Thank you, Jenny.
You're welcome.
Yeah, so Derry, a big thank you. And we have, well, a technical problem, as you can imagine. We are all in the IT, so sometimes it's just not booting the system, and that's all. So we hope that you enjoy our webinar. We schedule another one with Andreas within 2 weeks, so stay tuned. You have here our contact, and of course with Andreas as well, that we are closely working together. The session has been recorded, so I think that there will be a follow-up about everything. And for any details, you can just ask us.
Correct.
Thank you, Jenny. Thank you,
Andrea.
Alice. Thank you so much. Let me say a couple of things in our native language, if I may so.
No problem.
Sure.
Καταρχάς θα ήθελα να σας ευχαριστήσω όλους που παρευρεθήκατε στο σημερινό webinar. Για όσους μπήκατε λίγο αργότερα, να εξηγήσω ότι είχαμε ένα τεχνικό πρόβλημα με την πλατφόρμα την οποία είχαμε αρχικά προσδιορίσει να βγει η παρουσίαση, αλλά δυστυχώς με τη βοήθεια και της Alice και της Jenny αυτό κατέστη εφικτό. Έχει μαγνητοσκοπηθεί η παρουσίαση, οπότε θα είναι διαθέσιμη αργότερα και από το site της Sophos και από το κανάλι μας στο YouTube. Θα μπορέσετε να την δείτε ολοκληρωμένη. Φυσικά να πω ότι όλες τις προσφορές στις οποίες αναφέρθηκαν τα στελέχη της Arcserve είναι διαθέσιμες και περισσότερες πληροφορίες αλλά και τα σχετικά links μέσα από το site και της Sophos και της Channel IT, και φυσικά και εγώ παραμένω στη διάθεσή σας για να σας διευκρινίσω οτιδήποτε χρειάζεστε. Έχουμε, όπως είπαν τα κορίτσια, ακόμα ένα webinar προγραμματισμένο για τις 9 Ιουνίου που θα έχει να κάνει με τα cloud solutions της εταιρείας, και ενώ αναμένουμε αν υπάρχουν κάποιες ερωτήσεις εδώ στο chat, θα ήθελα να ζητήσω από την Jenny και την Alice να μας πούνε δύο λόγια για το τι μέλη γενέστε στο συγκεκριμένο webinar. So Jenny, Alice, tell us a few things about what are we going to see in the upcoming webinar on June the 9th.
Sure.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, so yes, mainly the next focus is the cloud. So I think that during this period we got a very raised interest in the cloud. Everybody would like to have a solution in the cloud, and with us you can have it protected by Sophos. So we had last week the launch of our cloud hybrid secured by Sophos, and we are very proud to have this offer, making consistencies of offer between what you can have with the appliance on-prem and what you have protected in the cloud. So we will see the cloud hybrid secured by Sophos. We will see how to protect the backup cloud for Office 365, more focus on what is the shared responsibility, what we offer to help you to gain peace of mind of not losing data from Microsoft. And we will see also the Cloud Direct. This is our solution to go directly to the cloud without any on-prem hardware.
Excellent. We are looking forward to. So we have a question from Mr. Alexiou. He asks if there are any certifications for Arcserve.
Yeah, do you mean some kind of certification for reseller, right? Is because we have a separate program for it. I think Jenny, you can spend a few words on that, on the technical side.
Basically sorry, Alice.
Yeah, go on.
No, basically we have some certifications, of course. Yeah, we can. We do like boot camps every few months. We do webinars and specialized webinars just for resellers. So you can participate on those, and yes, you can obtain your certifications. Basically, this is an internal process. So if you want a bit more information, I can send it to you specifically and how to do it. And when are going to take place these certifications or boot camps?
Yes. And yeah, of course, about the boot camps, they are open to everyone that would like to have and put the hands on our solution. We have that in English. We are trying to have more and more these days because we are trying to do a lot for on virtual platform, of course, and to have a lot of participation. So just keep in touch, and we can forward all the details about that.
Excellent. So, I will be in touch with Mr. Αλεξίου. Κύριε Αλεξίου, ό,τι χρειαστείτε, μπορούμε να μιλήσουμε και τηλεφωνικά είτε στο email το δικό μου και να συζητήσουμε όλα τα θέματα που αφορούν την Arcserve. Δεν βλέπω να υπάρχουν άλλες ερωτήσεις. There are no other questions as far as I can see.
Perfect. Okay, so just one little thing. So if you need any pricing, if you want an assessment of your environment, see what do you need, how what sort of solution or what sort of appliance you will need for your environment, please feel free to let Andreas know so we can organize a little like kind of health check on your system. Well, health check, a check out in your system and see what is the capacity, appliance capacity you need, and so we can send some prices for you.
Excellent.
That's it.
So, let's renew our meeting for June the 9th.
Brilliant.
For more solutions from Arcserve. Thank you very much for your help today and for your presentation also.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Σας ευχαριστούμε όλους για τη σημερινή σας παρουσία και για οτιδήποτε επιπλέον μπορούμε να βοηθήσουμε, μην διστάσετε να επικοινωνήσετε μαζί μας. So, thank you very much, Alice. Thank you very much, Jenny.
Bye,
Have a nice day.
Goodbye, everybody. Thank you.
Have a good day. Bye.
Bye-bye.